everybody, I'm Kayla, and welcome to this edition of Coffee Break with the Chamber Chicks. It's your favorite Chamber Chicks, me, Kayla, and also Beth.
It's Beth. And the chamber chick that you don't see, Amelia's hiding in the corner, enjoying a lovely candy cane.
Headphones on, doing some candy cane ASMR, crinkling the wrapping paper open. But today we are going to talk a little bit about... I don't know exactly what the title is for today's episode.
Yeah.
But we're talking about shopping local and supporting your local community and local businesses this holiday season. We just got done with some amazing festivities here in Cleveland, so we're feeling the Christmas cheer and Christmas spirit, and we hope you are too. So we're going to dive into some stuff. Primarily today, I'm going to ask Beth questions and then be here to just provide comedic relief, or not that really you need any help doing that. But we're really funny together, so
We think we're pretty funny.
buckle up, buttercups. Here we
Even
go.
if you don't think we're funny, we do, and honestly...
And I guess that's all that
that's
matters.
all that we care about, to be fair. Here we are.
So, diving into talking about shopping local, what are some misconceptions that people have about shopping local? Like, do you think people think it's more expensive to shop local or less convenient for?
We hear it all the time. It's so expensive to shop local, but is it really? I mean, is it really? When you're supporting a local business, you're not just buying the goods and services that you need. You're contributing back to your own economy, the economy that fuels you. So we really want to encourage you guys to really think about shopping locally and finding we have some amazing retailers, amazing services, amazing gifts that you find nowhere else this holiday season but in White County. And it would just be a disservice not for you to visit these guys. When you think about shopping locally, you have to remember it's very convenient. The Cleveland Square is very active. You've got retailers all throughout the county. In Saltee, our friends have some really fun and unique things down in the Saltee Valley. Helen, great shopping in Helen.
A lot of specialty items.
So many specialty items, one of a kind. You will be the best gift giver ever because these items are unique. Mm-hmm. And these retailers support the community that you live in. And that's very important to remember. Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's less convenient. Yeah. I love shopping locally because that's where at least once a week, we're walking around the square in Cleveland and we're visiting with the retailers. And that's where we get to see our friends and our neighbors and really connect with them. So,
and I think I would argue for people who think it's less convenient or we don't have enough stores or whatever. Okay, you're going to, and there's stuff that you can't find here. I'm not saying that. But okay, you're going to go drive to Target. Okay, you're going to spend 45 minutes driving there.
The car.
45 minutes driving back. So is it really more convenient? Is it really cheaper because you just spent a lot of gas driving and sitting on Dawsonville Highway? So, I mean, is that really
traffic is the worst.
Better for you?
Do you hate yourself?
Seriously, do you hate yourself?
Do you really hate yourself? But
so how do you think from a business owner perspective, how do local businesses compete with large sellers or online retailers?
I encourage you all to reach out to your local retailers because they're likely to source whatever you ask them for. We had this instance with the Refined Table. I needed some furniture, and I bought great furniture at the Refined Table. I didn't have to go anywhere but a block away from my office. These guys are willing to search out and find the items that you really want. Have a conversation with them. As far as your dollar goes, when you spend $1 in your local community, 68% of that, 68 cents of that dollar is returned back to the community. You were talking earlier about who sponsors your kids' soccer team.
Yeah. Does Temu sponsor your kids' soccer team? Does Amazon put their logo on your kids' banner at the softball field? No, they don't. So I'll just leave that right there. Just saying.
But Baby Smiles will.
But you know what? And this is like me, I just get heated about this, that some people will go into, and I have been in stores when I heard someone walk in with a paper, like a sponsorship paper, and they're going to this business owner, and they literally say to the business owner, "I've never been in here before. This is wonderful." Oh, so you never been in here. You never supported our boutique. You never done this, but you want me to pay $1,000 to put my logo on the chain link fence at the elementary school.
These are our neighbors. When you shop at a local retailer, you're not buying a second home. You're buying a set of ballet slippers for that person's daughter. You're buying, football gear. That's how they reinvest. These local retailers reinvest by investing in you. And when you shop in White County, those sales tax dollars that you're going to pay, whether you're here or you're in Gwinnett County or you're in Fulton County, you're going to pay those sales tax dollars. If you pay them here, they go back to your police department, your fire department, your park and rec, your school system. So you're going to pay those dollars wherever you go. Why would you not contribute to your own community that you live in? So we encourage you to do that.
Yeah, growing up, like if we'd be on our way to the beach, my dad's like, "No, we're filling up right now because I'm not going to give my tax money to another county as long as I can wait to." So because, it goes back, like you said, to support those people.
And online retailers. Look, a lot of our businesses have online shopping. Props to you, Smoky Mountain Trader and Normill. You guys do a great job with online. So if it's midnight and you want to shop, most of our retailers have great online. And you can pick them up locally. You don't have to wait for... FedEx will never sponsor this chamber if I say this.
I don't think they will anyway.
Yeah. FedEx ain't your friend. Or ours, really.
Ask us how we know. Come to the office, have a cup of coffee, and ask us how we know. All right, I don't even know where we are. Let's see. How does shopping local, we've already touched on it a little bit, how does shopping local directly contribute to the growth and stability of our local economy here in White County?
If you know me, you know I love data. We always make decisions driven from data. And
Data-driven decisions.
That's right. We do that. If you know me, you also know that I'm not a big fan of the Federal Reserve Bank, but I am a fan.
Also, come and ask us about that story because you don't want to miss
Yeah,
that.
we're not going to tell that one on the podcast. You'll have to come in person to hear that one.
It's epic.
But a study that the Federal Reserve Bank did found that you have significantly lower poverty rates, faster employment growth, and stronger per capita income growth for counties in the state of Georgia. This was the Federal Reserve in Atlanta did this. So for counties in the state of Georgia, you have lower poverty rates, faster employment growth, stronger per capita income growth for counties with largest shares of local small businesses. And we see that when we drive around the state. We see communities that are really have a significant amount of local retailers in their economic centers like Cleveland and Helen. And then, of course, Salty has an economic center in there. It's much better for your community. So much better. And when you spend time, because you're going and you're visiting all these are all your neighbors. You're getting to know your neighbors. You spend time, you spend your money with those people, and you get to know the people around you. And there is something absolutely precious about a close-knit community. Mm-hmm. When we understand our neighbors and we have empathy for each other, then we make better decisions as a community on what's best for everybody. And we have less stress and frustration when we do that. Mm-hmm. So I think there's something beyond the dollars and cents of it all that applies to our quality of life that you can't put a price tag on.
Yeah. So what role, so we talked a little bit about the kind of, the growth side of things and things like that. What role does supporting local businesses play in job creation? We hear a lot of times people talking about, there's just not a job for me here or this or that. Lies and deceit. That's not true. In the words of Buddy the Elf, you sit on a throne of lies.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Okay, that's not true.
Yeah, we want to help you understand that there's a lot of opportunity in White County.
Yeah.
But as in any economy, not just the economy of White County, when small business grows, they hire more people, right? And they're going to tend to hire people who live in the area that their business is located. And there's just this intrinsic value to the quality of life that we have. If you're not commuting 45 minutes, an hour, some of y'all are driving over an hour to work.
Been there, done that. Don't want to go back.
How did you like that, right?
Hated it. I had to be in Swanee at 6. My shift started at 6 a.m. in the morning from Cleveland. Is that a drive you want to be making at 6 a.m. in the morning?
But
No.
don't. There's just this intrinsic value around the quality of life. If you're not spending that time in the car, guess where you're spending it? You're spending it with your family. You're spending it at your kids' school watching the Christmas play. You're spending it at your church. You're volunteering with your local civic club. You're at Kiwanis, and you're doing some.
You have a lot more time to invest in the community yourself.
You have a lot. Our entire community is strengthened the shorter your commute is. And how frustrating is that? No one loves that traffic. I mean, we all complain about it. We just had a gentleman in here from Beaufort this morning going, oh, I hate the drive back to Beaufort. I love it up here. It's so nice. That is something that even economic developers can't recreate. This environment that we have here is a gift. And we just need to understand how to use it and how to grow it. It's amazing.
And I think, people think, okay, well, if there's a small business or if it's a retailer or whatever, they're just hiring more sales associates. That's not true either. When, you need accountants, you need, people to do the marketing. There's a whole plethora of people that it takes to make one small business work.
Mm-hmm. We encourage you to visit our website. You can watch several videos that we've done, a series of videos about jobs that are in our community on our chamber Facebook page. You would be surprised at the number of support jobs. And these small businesses can't do everything within the umbrella of their business. They're hiring outside businesses, service-related businesses, accountants, attorneys, all sorts of things. But I did find some information that was really interesting. For every small business, for every $10 million in revenue for a small business, on average, that small business will hire 47 people. For every $10 million of revenue at Amazon, they hire 19 people. So, oof. So I know we all love scrolling through Amazon, but can you find that locally? Can you source it locally? I bet if you go and you visit Barbara at Revival, she'll have that great outfit that you saw on Amazon. You'll get it faster, and plus you get to hang out and talk to her. So there's that.
I find that often with the Mount Yona Book Exchange.
The Mount Yona Book Exchange, for
I'm
sure.
like, hey, do y'all have this? And they're like, yes. So, find it local.
I'll just go ahead and sacrifice for this. I take total credit for Chaco's being at Smoky Mountain Trading.
She's like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but you're all welcome. Okay, Merry Christmas.
I got here, I was like, Carl Dan, why are there not Chacos at Smoky Mountain Trader? So you're all welcome for all of y'all who picked up your Chacos at Smoky Mountain Trader. I'm kidding. But that's a great example of a retailer being responsive. I mean, holy cow, I'd be scared to think of how many pairs of Chacos I've bought.
Well, I mean, I think it's the same for every retailer. If somebody goes to, Farmhouse and they start asking for a certain, milk substitute, well, then they expand to offer that if enough people ask for it. I feel like our small businesses are really very agile and responsive to what people want, and our retailers are just the same for that. So, also, just off the top of my head while I was thinking about Farmhouse, guys, another great thing that you can buy people for Christmas is like merchandise from your favorite local businesses.
Oh, for sure.
So many of our local businesses, have restaurants, have amazing merch and all sorts of things. So if you want to get somebody something different, get them merch from their favorite restaurant. Some of them are really catchy and funny things.
Should we tell them how many restaurant T-shirts we own? I mean, I
have 2 under the bed containers.
Massive, because there's nowhere else to put them. But we have shirts from probably every restaurant.
Yeah, I love my T-shirt collection of restaurants. So go buy merch at your favorite small business, okay? Do it.
All good. The other thing, we were talking about relative stories. Elizabeth's story.
Oh, yeah.
So it was the Christmas tree lighting in Helen, and Elizabeth Goad was with us over the weekend, and she owns a couple of candy shops and ice cream shops. Well, they're serving hot chocolate during the tree lighting.
And some milkshakes and different drinks. And
Yeah,
stuff.
different drinks like that. Sister bought 70 gallons of milk after she ran through what
In
she
like
already,
a day and a half.
yeah, after she ran through what she already had. She went and bought more milk at the local grocery store. So we all support each other, and that's the beauty, I think.
Because then that grocery store has to hire people to stock the shelves because Elizabeth bought 70 gallons of milk, So it all ties together, which is beautiful.
Yes, that's what we love. Your chamber chicks love that.
So what are some of your favorite holiday events that you think also bring the community together?
I love Shop Small Saturday. A lot of the retailers had exceptional different things. It wasn't just a discount. It was like BOGO events, and the Salty Store does a great drawing. I mean, so many fun things going on in our community. And if your family's here and visiting for Thanksgiving, go out, visit the Shop Small Saturday events at your local retailers. So much fun. And then, of course, we threw a little party in the streets of Cleveland.
Just a little one.
Invited all our neighbors. So the Christmas in the Mountains Lighted Parade was Saturday. And we just love seeing y'all. I think one of my favorite things of that is we usually are on the back side of the parade. And just to see everybody's smiling little faces and everybody's so happy. It's something you can't buy. You can't create it. You just have it, or you don't. There are a lot of communities that don't have that kind of small town charm, and we have it in spades in White County.
And I just love, we're just being real here. I just love the fact that this parade doesn't throw out candy, and people are happy to be here because they're happy to be here.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you two have been at other parades where people are like
fighting
"Just give
each
me
other."
candy." and it's like that's all they want. They don't care about everything else that's going on. But that's what I love about this parade is like everyone's just there because they're just happy to be like they just want to see the floats. Like they know there's not gonna be any candy thrown, and they're just there to have a good time and and be present. And I think that's something we in the Christmas season we often gloss past being present in the moment. And so to drive behind the fire truck in our little golf carts and see kids just like, wow, looking at all the lights and all, like that is like
so much
so
fun.
Special. And the businesses
And the
do
reality,
such a good job with all their floats.
This, holy cow, if you had a float in this year's parade, the 2024 Christmas parade, listen, y'all blew my mind.
Hit the applause button here because these guys,
Well done.
these are amazing.
There it is. Yay. You did so good. 10 years of this parade, that's the prettiest floats I've seen.
Just like wall-to-wall lights. It was like everybody just thought,
They
how
understood.
many lights could I fit in a space this big? They understood the assignment.
Yeah,
For real.
understood the assignment.
But if you haven't seen it, go watch it on our
Yeah.
Facebook live stream because
Head over to Facebook.
it's amazing.
It's
So good. It's like, there's just so many different components to it. There was dancers this year.
My goodness,
There was
hobbies
a
outdid
Facebook,
themselves.
or not a Facebook. There was a TV playing a special game.
We understand there's something like football or
some
something goes on
football
that
game was
day.
going
We're not really sure. Maybe one of y'all can hop on Facebook and tell us all about
Go Dogs. What else did we have? We had
a
mariachi bands. We had a Tesla
truck with and it looked like it
was
really
so
did look
cool.
like a UFO. So they had a little Marvin the Martian in the back. Good job, Yona Mountain
We
Vineyard.
had some Boy Scouts. We had little
Yeah.
tiny, I don't even know, like not bumper cars, but they were like these tiny cute little cars that little
So
children were
cute.
driving around. That was precious.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we
the
just-
Shriners, you guys did it. The Alpine Shrine Club, man, y'all did a great job. I want a special thanks to the Alpine Shrine Club because one of the little known things about that parade is they feed all our first responders because they
the
can't.
Masons.
I'm sorry, Masons. I'm sorry, it is the Masons. They feed all of our first responders because nobody gets a lunch break. I
Yeah.
mean, we're all
We working.
from
Yeah, we got
9 o'clock.
The first responders, bless their hearts, they're out there with us, like, closing streets, and, I mean, they're out there early.
Yeah, so thanks, Masons. Y'all did a really, really good job feeding our guys and gals out there who keep us all safe.
Yeah.
So, there was something else I was going to say.
Anything else?
Yeah, there was, but I don't remember what it was.
I'm sure we'll circle back to it.
Yeah.
What impact do you think community-driven Christmas events have on local tourism
I remembered
and the
what
economy?
it was.
What?
So I can say it now because this is what I was going to say. You know, I know y'all are watching Hallmark movies. Y'all are watching Hallmark Christmas movies.
Guilty.
There are months and months and months of Christmas movies filmed about little towns like Helen and Cleveland and Salty. Filmed every day. They're probably streaming 24 hours a day right now. People pay to recreate what we live in every day.
Yeah.
And big money. And people watch it over and over and over again. And we walk around in it every day. We live in our own little Stars Hollow.
We do live in our own Stars Hollow. If you know me, you know how much I love Gilmore Girls.
We love some Gilmore Girls. And we know you do too. So,
now, if I start smelling snow, though, that's when we'll really know. Praying for white Christmas. But there was, in fact, white Christmas at the parade because many people had snow machines.
we had snow machines. We sure did.
Personally would like to permanently attach one to the outside of the chamber building, but...
All the good stuff. But what that does in return for the economy, I mean, Helen has commonly been named one of the top Christmas villages to visit in Georgia. We know it's the third
If you
most...
haven't seen their Christmas lights, go now. It's amazing. It looks
Really?
fabulous.
And to the Helen Commission, all the Helen commissioners, and to their public works, man, those guys do an amazing job.
Yeah.
Well done. And to our own county commissioners, Freedom Park, like go out to Freedom Park after dark, take your kids, take your puppies, go out there, just walk around the lights. They are so beautiful.
And also this year, like, listen, y'all, there is not any reason to leave this county for Christmas lights because we've got Freedom Park, looks amazing. Helen, absolutely stunning, like better every year.
Every year.
And also this year we've got our own little version of Nights of Lights. Skips Mountain Farms is doing lights down there too, and other Christmassy
fun
type
stuff.
I mean, we've got so much Christmas.
So if you drive more than
Activities.
15 minutes to do something Christmassy
You're
fun,
wrong.
shame on you.
Support local. What are we saying this whole time?
Man, I feel a little preachy.
Just listen to us. No, just kidding. So it's not on our question list, but what are some of your favorite gifts to buy local for people?
Oh my gosh, Normill, hands down. Love
What's
it.
that
Farmhouse coffee. Love, everybody loves a good farmhouse coffee gift. Do not care who they, I will tell you, I have the world's hardest person to buy for, and that's my brother-in-law. Because he has everything he could possibly ever want.
Have you already got his this year?
I did. But I always get it from the refined table. Because I go, Jessica, I don't know what to do with him. And she goes, bah, 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 bah. Good, gift basket. And it's amazing. And yeah, so I have all my stuff. Jessica puts a gift basket together for him every year.
I like to make little gift baskets. I have a lot of family that lives kind of all over, so I sometimes like to give them little gift baskets, like White County stuff, like whether that be Nora Mill grits or some coffee or some, I mean, they're like, you can go to Betty's or the Salty store and find all kinds of jellies or preserves
Right.
or, I mean,
And the
all
toys.
sorts of stuff. You can find anything. So I like to just get a little basket, put it all in there, and it's so cute,
And all the toys. I mean, if you can't find something at Babyland.
True.
I mean, there are so many places to buy toys. Handmade toys.
Yeah.
Good, sturdy, heirloom type toys that your family can pass down generation after
many of
generation.
those. I had many
So-
wooden toys from Helen as a child. So we
It's
do
my-
this podcast all the time. So like y'all, I mean, we're not gonna ask what our favorite coffee is and all this stuff. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh my gosh. Have y'all been watching our social media feed?
If you haven't, go follow us
Go follow us because-
we're hilarious.
Because we are on this elf tangent that I am here for. I love some elf. And little known thing about me, Carl, Dana, and I go back and forth sharing one-liners from the movie Elf. It's my favorite part of the Christmas season because.
So, Carl, if you hear this and you haven't started yet, you're running behind already.
Oh no, we've been going since
Okay,
Thanksgiving.
good.
So yeah, it usually starts after Thanksgiving, but honestly, we could drop into it any time of the year. But you know, smiling's my favorite. So. I love Elf. Oh my gosh, I think that's my favorite. And yours?
My personal favorite is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I don't care if you think that's trashy because I love it. I could watch it every single night of the holiday season, and also my family that's like a rite of passage. Like if you don't like it,
we're gonna put you up for adoption. Get out. Hit the street. You're out of here.
Like my family, we all love it, and so we just quote it nonstop, especially at this Christmas that we're about to have all together. We're just go back and forth. Inevitably, always, every time, my dad will say, "Would somebody like to say grace?" And then someone else will say, "Grace, she's been dead for 30 years." And then it's Christmas has begun at that point. So that's my all-time favorite, and it's the top of the top, and then Elf is second, but yeah. I just absolutely love National Lampoon's.
But I mean, we all have that tied to some sort of holiday movie.
I think my family feels a lot like the Griswold family, if we're being honest, and if any of them are listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, we also have a slight vendetta against squirrels in our house, so you can come also hear that story over coffee with squirrels in our house. But yeah, I think we closely relate to the Griswolds. We're I get you. The most chaotic Christmas. That's us.
Did John try to build a pool one year?
So when we were building the barn.
It wasn't a pool, it was a barn.
No, when we were building the barn, which is where my parents live, we call it the barn. It was a storage barn that we remodeled into a full house and has been builded on and expanded since then. But
just so if you're in the permit department, her father builds houses.
Yes,
He
no,
got
we're all good.
all the permits.
But anyway, so when we were building it, we kind of took it down to studs, and there's a tin roof. It's like a red tin barn. And so there's a tin roof with a big porch over it, and we kept hearing and we were like, there's definitely squirrels in that. So we thought we got them. We thought we had a plan. No, we didn't have a plan. One day, my dad decides to rip the tin out because he just couldn't handle it anymore. I mean, squirrels flying everywhere.
It wasn't a squirrel?
No, nest of squirrels. There was squirrels everywhere flying, running around. It was crazy. So then we thought, okay, the squirrels are done. This is done. They were not done. So then many times we would see squirrels, and then, they'd be, running on, the rafters and stuff. My dad would be, throwing stuff at them. Until one day, he's
throwing stuff.
Brooms and stuff.
I hope John doesn't watch this.
I know. And then one day, squirrel started running, towards his leg. And he just started shooting, and it was, near his leg. Luckily, no one was shot, though. But that happened.
Luckily, John wasn't shot.
No, that's what I'm saying. But now we have, this little, it's a squirrel made of straw that sits in the house and just serves as a reminder of all we went through with squirrels. And so that's why I feel personally, I get it. I get it, Clark. I really get it about the squirrel.
So Gainesville has their chicken of liberty. You have your squirrel of devastation.
Yeah.
A monument.
We've come a long way. Maybe we can put a picture of it in here.
Amelia, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Probably Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Amelia says Home Alone.
Well done. Yeah, she'll whack you with a paint bucket, buddy. Don't come up on
You
her.
will lose your teeth. Don't come up on her. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Well, we have probably divulged too much information.
You
at
may
this
know more
point.
about us than you wanted to know. I don't know.
If you'd like to hear other crazy stories, compare your favorite holiday movies, or anything else, you know where to find us.
You
We're
know.
embarrassingly easy to find.
You can
Thanks
come
for
and
checking in on this episode of Coffee Break with the Chamber Chicks. See you,
See you,
love you,
bye.
bye. Oh, and Merry Christmas.